A century of struggle, setting the stage. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the most enduring and complex conflicts in the world. For over a century, the two sides have been locked in a bitter struggle over land, identity, and security. The region, then known as Palestine, was part of the Ottoman Empire. It was home to a diverse population, with a Jewish minority living amongst a larger Arab majority. As the Ottoman Empire weakened, tensions began to rise between these communities, fueled by competing national aspirations and claims to the same land. The seeds of conflict were sown as these two movements collided, each with a strong claim to the same territory. Palestine came under British control, adding another layer of complexity to the conflict. The British administration struggled to find a solution that would satisfy both sides, and tensions continued to escalate. Seeds of conflict. Zionism, a movement advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, gained momentum in the late 19th century, fueled by rising anti-Semitism in Europe. This led to an influx of Jewish immigrants seeking refuge and a homeland in Palestine. The arrival of these immigrants heightened tensions with the Arab population, who viewed this immigration as a threat to their own presence and future in the region. The Balfour Declaration of 1917 further complicated the situation. Issued by the British government, it expressed support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. The British, caught between these competing claims, struggled to maintain control and order. The stage was set for a full-blown war between the newly established State of Israel and its Arab neighbors, marking a turning point in the history of the region. Wars and territories. The year 1948 marked a watershed moment in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Israel expanded its territory beyond the UN partition plan of 1947. Over 700,000 Palestinians became refugees. The Six-Day War of 1967 further altered the landscape. Israel captured the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and Golan Heights. Section 4. Roadblocks to Peace. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is fraught with complex issues that have hindered peace efforts for decades. One of the most contentious issues is the status of Jerusalem. The issue of settlements is another major obstacle to peace. Security concerns are paramount for both sides. The Oslo Accords, signed in the early 1990s, marked a significant milestone in the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. These agreements aim to establish a framework for resolving the conflict and achieving a two-state solution. The accords led to the creation of the Palestinian Authority, granting limited self-governance to parts of the West Bank and Gaza Strip. However, the implementation of the Oslo Accords faced numerous challenges and setbacks. Despite initial optimism, key issues such as the status of Jerusalem, Israeli settlements, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees remained unresolved. Over the years, both sides have accused each other of not fulfilling their obligations under the agreements. The two-state solution envisions an independent state of Palestine alongside the state of Israel, living in peace and security. While this concept has received widespread international support, achieving it has proven to be incredibly difficult. In recent years, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has seen renewed violence and clashes. Episodes of violence, such as rocket attacks from Gaza and Israeli airstrikes, have resulted in significant casualties and further strained relations between the two sides. These clashes have often been triggered by specific events, such as disputes over holy sites or political developments. Despite the ongoing violence, there have been efforts to revive peace talks and find a resolution to the conflict. International actors, including the United States, the European Union, and regional powers, have attempted to mediate and facilitate negotiations. However, achieving a lasting peace remains elusive. It requires addressing the core issues of the conflict, building trust between the parties, and creating a conducive environment for negotiations. While the path to peace is fraught with challenges, the aspiration for a just and lasting resolution continues to drive efforts towards reconciliation and coexistence.